Chat, here we go. We continue the road to Nwpo versus Mawkzy. It's a $1,000 challenge between Mr. Mawkzy and Nwpo, where they play against the same 10 opponents looking to get a better record. Whichever one comes away with a better record is going to get $1,000. Everyone who's playing against them trying to win $100 per match. So that's what's on the line for Nuqqet here if he can beat Nwpo. And although Mawkzy and Nwpo started out rough, they have shown why they are the two representatives going into the World Championship in September in their past few matches. As now players have struggled to get games off them. This is the 9th match. If you haven't been able to watch through all the ones in the past, I'd recommend going to check them out. We'll spoil them slightly because Mawkzy has played 9 people so far. And he has set himself up where if he can win out, then he will win. Nwpo needs a Mawkzy loss in round 10. And Nwpo could lose the whole event right now by losing to Nuggets. If he were to lose to Nuqqet, then it wouldn't matter, what happens in the final match. Nwpo will have lost it. But so far, that has not been the case. Up 2-0. Nuggets repping out there for the champions. Always love that this has become a popular decal to use. Quick shot from Nuggets. And he is on the board for his first goal in this series. Nuggets direct kickoff goal win. Let's watch again. This is a straight on kickoff. He actually looks up to see what Nwpo's up to on the other side of the ball. Not something you see very often. I mean, you'll see that when someone's trying to read certain fakes or delays that they expect to see. But early on in the series, Nuqqet already given a look on the other side of the ball at what Nwpo might be up to, as Nwpo just going to continue to air dribble through this one. No need to slow the ball down and make it fancy when you recognize Nuqqet is defending from way too deep. Not going to be able to catch up to just a nice air roll. If Nwpo did go down to grab a reset, slow the play down like we've seen very often from players in that position, Nuqqet might have actually stood a chance. Are we going to see a double jump bump here? No, a fake and then a 50. Nwpo somehow covered all of it and was able to force it onto the post to bounce out. Not easy to do. Forcing Nuqqet all the way to the back wall. And now trying to steal the ball away from him as well. Not going to work though. Nuqqet has a clean carry. Nwpo early challenge. Nuqqet forced to reset here. All this boost was just taken off. They just came from here, which means it's actually not going to respawn in time for Nuqqet. He'll have to play on 0. As Nwpo recognizing he can comfortably fall back into his own half and collect himself. A nice possession. Irritable bump attempt will work. Sweaty cards. They were the 5 gifted. Much appreciated, gamer. As Nwpo makes it 4 goals. Sweaty Carts makes it 44 streams in a row. Nwpo, oh my goodness, look at the placement here. Getting every part of the woodwork on the way in. This is how you convert on a kickoff win in style. As Nuqqet rotated back as fast as he could, but it didn't matter. Nuggets zap dashing into the back corner. Nuqqet trying to put a little bit of aerial game in against. Oh my goodness, he got it. He had no boost left over. And oftentimes when somebody runs out, I give up on them actually being able to finish the play because they usually can't make the adjustments they need. But look at that. There was 12 boost after the reset shot, just enough to get there and pull back to find the angle. Nuggets has put up a decent fight here today Still finds himself in a 2-goal deficit. Staying on top of the ball and forcing Nwpo to play a game of speed with him. Maybe the only person in the game who can maybe get away with that on occasion. Nwpo, is he going to be able to make the save? He will. Nuqqet going to steal his boost and try and get a demo. Forcing Nwpo up high. Nwpo tried to recover back down. His options were go high up on the wall and survive, or stay low and get demoed, but problem is he could not get back in time to prevent Nuqqet taking it away and getting a 4th goal. Nuqqet kickoff goal? Tie game! 5-5. Nuggets not out of this one by any means. Nwpo is playing Drowley settings, or is Drowley playing Nwpo settings? Oof! This flick had a little extra power to it than I was expecting, as it takes one touch to collect it and just launches it over the top of Nuggets. What will happen if Nwpo and Mawkzy tie series and game differential at the end? Unless I come up with a better idea, my plan was to just add $1,000 to the World Championship prize pool. Sure, it's already like way more than 1,000, but hey, if these guys are perfectly matched in across 10 games in series and games, you know, we could either have them play each other to break it, but why not just have that be the World Championship? But I doubt it's going to end that way. And if anybody has any other great ideas to break the tie, I mean, we could just play one more person. You know, just keep playing it until the tie is broken. Bring an 11th match in. That might be a better way to do it. Marbles 1v1. We're not going to have it be marbles 1v1. I think the simplest would be to just keep adding more players for them to play against until a round ends. Ooh! Without them being tied. What a flick from Nuqqet. Nuggets staring down Nwpo. Did not look at the ball at all. Just wanted to know what Nwpo was going to do. This time he's actually going to get that catch he wanted. And the fake challenge maybe convinces him to get up quickly and flick. He's not going to be able to connect with Nwpo. And Nwpo will get a goal the other way. Right now, it's just actually the offense that I feel has been separating the challengers versus the champs. The challengers, every once in a while, throwing in a shot that just seems a little bit too easy to deal with, while the champs never seem to do that. They never seem to give anything that can be saved easily and countered. You have to work so hard for it. Wait a second! Nuggets is going to tie it up with 0 seconds. And this could be huge. We have seen no ground gained either way for Nwpo or Mawkzy all day today. But if Nuqqet even puts up a single game, he will have hurt Nwpo's chances. Overtime in game number 1, Nuqqet makes a save, but Nwpo's in such a good spot right now. All the boosts in the world, reset at ceiling height. Nuqqet transitioning off the back wall. Not a chance in the world, it feels, for someone to be able to stop him. Sure, he picks up a pad. It feels like Nuqqet has to maybe defend high, but when he goes low, it doesn't pay off. Game number 1 goes to Nwpo. The trend continues as we head to game 2. Game number 2. Nuggets getting himself in overtime. The best we've seen from the challengers so far today. Chat, can we all type, "What's up, brother?" to our first time chatter? Nuggets. Seems like he's almost trying to bait Nwpo in a little bit here. With the way he's rotating and not quickly making a play on the ball, Nwpo is going to die. And Nuqqet does not want a wall to air dribble. I feel like he had no choice. Maybe he's going to show me why maybe he did have a choice, but no. No, he's just going to get scored on. with that rolling setup, you can't stop it with that level of speed. It rolls low towards the back corner. You'll never be able to catch back up to it, create a shot opportunity out of it, and then you just end up giving the ball away. The game has advanced in a way that you almost have to play with the flow a lot more than you used to. In this case, the flow is highly suggesting a wall to air dribble for Nuqqet, and he didn't take it. Long shot from Nuqqet, though. We'll put him on the board. Any extra rewards besides watching? Are you talking about the drops? Type 1 in chat if the drops are the friends we made along the way. Sheesh, Nuggets! Nuggets, 116 km/h flick. I mean, Nwpo doesn't stand a chance. Nobody stands a chance. Nuggets trying to go right back to that flick this time. Nwpo more prepared for it. Up on the back wall. Makes a save. Nuqqet staring down at Nwpo. Now up to the ceiling. Instantly challenged. Nwpo going to force a goal line save, but both of them completely starved out. He wants to turn and challenge right away. It does not pay off. Nuggets looking at an open net and even slowing it down. The confidence to slow the ball down and not just immediately take every single goal you can get against one of these guys. Nuqqet showing he came to play today. Nuqqet gonna punish Nwpo again. I mean, we haven't even we've seen an occasional 1-goal lead for the challengers today. We are looking at a 3-goal lead and a nice punish for Mr. Nuggets. Nuggets has found himself attacking in the opponent's corner so often off of kickoffs, and I was about to say that is probably a mistake, and yet this time it does work out. He grabs a demo on his half flip as he chips Nwpo just as he goes supersonic, and now it's a 5-1 lead for Nuggets. I was talking about this before, but the implications of a game loss can be big. Just to go over it again, if Nwpo could sweep Nuggets like we have seen from these two champs so far today, then it would essentially come down purely to the last game. Ooh, nice shot from Nwpo. Great late movement on the ground. It would be purely down to if Mawkzy could lose and Nwpo could win the full series. But if Nuggets is able to get a couple games and Nwpo loses a bit of his game advantage, then he is not safe. Not only does he need Mawkzy to lose, he needs Mawkzy to lose by a lot. So every single game here important. Nwpo needs to bring this one back. Nuggets staring down Nwpo as he chips it away. Nwpo able to get just enough on his challenge at ceiling heights. Nuqqet is all of a sudden completely in control of this game in a way that nobody has been against either Nwpo or Mawkzy today. Nwpo backflip challenge. Trying to get some of that control back. Going for a double off the back wall. It will bounce off the ground, but it'll still be good. And Nuqqet even gives him the nice one. Nwpo will say thanks as he tries to work it back. Minute 30. He's got lots of time to bring it back. Still doesn't change the fact that we haven't seen a lead like this from Nuqqet all day. Oh, what a save. I cannot believe Nwpo got so much extra power. Nuqqet had it perfectly read, and he follows it up and in. Nuqqet has leveled up, and he will make it 6-3 as Nuqqet wave dashes away to steal the 100 and is in the perfect spots to follow it up. The 10th match is probably not going to be today unless someone who I have been talking to about potentially playing the 10th match ends up being around. Nwpo, little delay, catches Nuggets off guard. You can see him swinging around, prepping for this shot. If we watch his POV, thinking maybe there was going to be a touch there. Didn't come, so he resets, and by then it's too late. Nwpo chips it over the top of them. Rats, thank you for the 38 months, tier 1. He says, hello, YouTube. Hope you're all doing well. Nice of you to be nice to them. Twitch chatters are so often mean. A minute left to go. Nuggets in the lead. Nwpo needs to get this game back to do as much as he can to keep his chances in this matchup against Mr. Mawkzy. I still think, you know, either way, he's going to be favored, even if he loses this game, to win the series. But every single game matters. Nuggets sending him to the back wall. Will we see a Diaz challenge? Nwpo reset directly into Nugget. This ball falling in a dangerous position, though. Nwpo's going to try and pop it up. He pops it up maybe too high. Neither one of them have pads. Nwpo throws it directly at Nugget, who makes the first save. Can he make another one? Dashing himself out. No, I think Nwpo's got this. At 6 seconds left to go, he ties the score 6-6. Nuggets being a little bit too aggressive. 2 wave dashes all the way out to the sidewall. I think one might have been enough. But he puts himself out of net, and Nwpo takes advantage. Ooh, wave dash kickoff. This is really favorable for Nuggets, who has the carry. The flick. Nwpo denies. Another overtime. Why not? Overtime, game number 2. Nuggets not going to be able to beat Nwpo to this possession. It is a full tank of boost and an air dribble. Nwpo's so lethal here, and he flips it directly into Nugget, but dunks it in and is able to keep the follow-up inside the crossbar. Nuggets able to force 2 OTs, but not able to finish it off and get a win. Will Nugget finally break through? We find out potentially in game number 3. Will we get 3 straight of the same game? That's the question. Nugget should have the first goal here. Just barely got it in. Off of the post and in. Why aren't you in the Feer club? If you got a club request to join the club that Drowley was in, would you accept? Nwpo. Reset, wave dash, cuts it, bottom left. This is how he's won his 2 OTs. Just so tough to deal with on the wall to air dribble off the kickoff. How many people are in the DSC club nowadays? Nwpo trying to fake Nuggets. We saw Mawkzy hit a couple of those. Such a dangerous flick. You have to respect it. Nugget prioritizing the demo. Is he still going to get his goal? He will. So he was right too. Interestingly, Nugget is kind of a combination, I'm sure many people would see it this way, of Mawkzy and Nwpo. He's known to have a good flick game, a good ground game, something that Mawkzy is very famous for. But also, he's known to play at breakneck speeds that don't feel possible by anybody else. Which, of course, is Nwpo's signature. Nwpo. Ooh, nice fake this time. Should be able to get that ball back on target. Nugget dropped in the nice one as he fell for it. Had no choice but to try and stop that shot. Nwpo camera check to see how much he has to deal with this. I think he's hoping to stay grounded and not have to go up. If Nuqqet's not around, then he doesn't have to double jump to save this. He can just let it land and play it much lower, but Nuqqet was correctly positioned to force a bit of pressure. Nwpo will double jump and pass it to him. Nwpo backflip challenge. Keeps this one around the net. Nuqqet makes a save. Soft touch. One that he hopes to follow up. And he is able to follow it up, but the cost of all of his boosts, Nwpo has taken it all. Nwpo wants a demo. Doesn't get it, so Nuqqet will take control. Trying to find as much power as he can off of the limited pads that Nwpo has allowed him to pick up. Nwpo was potentially scared about a demo there. I think that's why he pops himself up so high. Not what Nuqqet was going for, but Nuggget's defense has looked a lot stronger than we saw earlier, forcing Nwpo back on occasion. Not every open possession gets converted for a goal, and Nwpo there is doing kind of what I was saying neither him nor Mawkzy had done at all, which is take a shot that just feels like there's nothing to it. What I will say is at least Nwpo made sure he was going to have the follow-up. Nwpo losing the ball at the top of his car, but collects it in time to launch the flick and make it 3-3. Nuqqet saw it coming too, but nothing you can do about that acceleration Nwpo was able to get on the ball. Nwpo side flip. Feels good about the follow-up. Nuqqet makes the save. He thought he had gotten Nuqqet out of position enough that he didn't even really need to worry. Just threw a shot on net to follow up, and Nuqqet was in the perfect spot. Makes the save, gets the counter. 4-3 for Nuggets. Nuggets zap dashing into the corner. Nwpo has boost of his own. He picked up at the midfield. Manages not to get demoed. Nwpo maybe hoping for a ceiling pinch there. Now Nuggets going to see if he can punish and counterattack before Nwpo really recovers. Not quite able to, as Nwpo does make it back just in time. Double jump bump. Nuggets becomes a victim and is 4-4. Delayed kickoff. Nuqqet has a chance on net. Nwpo now going to be pinned back. How good is Nuqqet at keeping him there? Already Nwpo's found a way to pick up a couple pads. This flick though, not quite in. Nwpo denies. Quickly rotates his car to land on the top of his net. This flick is perfectly placed. And it is 5-4 for Mr. Nuggets. He's been playing so well. It's possible to imagine a world in which he finishes the game in the lead, even though these guys refuse to let him. Nwpo reset shot just a bit too high. Now chipping one, arcing towards the top right corner of the net, and Nuqqet makes the first save. Nwpo catches and cuts to the side wall. Wants a dunk and gets it. These are the big dunks. He actually normally takes them a little bit more directly towards the net, but I think he recognized Nuqqet going to be flipping across the net in the process of making a save, and that is when those 50s are the worst. And it's 5-5, 47 seconds left to go. Nwpo, a game away, or I should say a goal away from leaving it all down to round 10. If he does give up a game, then it gets a little bit more about how badly both players win. Nwpo. Chip up over the top of Nuggets. This one should be able to get followed before a Nuggет return. He put the one shot that Nugget can actually save. just about anywhere else, and Nuqqet doesn't stand a chance. That 50 is really favorable, though. Certainly, Nwpo finishes off this one. Nuggets has fought a valiant fight. 1 second left to go. We got OT in the other 2 games. Can he find a way to do it in this one? Nwpo expects the delay and chips it over the top of him and into the corner. Another sweep! Nuggets put up a really strong fight, but the inevitable happens. And it's 3-0 for Nwpo. Let's take a quick look at our bracket here. Another sweep. It seemed like it was maybe not going to be. But what that means for round 10 and potential tough guy, which will be later to be replaced by a different tough guy,